It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, we did it. We survived another Monday, rolling along on a Tuesday. And we have talked so often about this show being Remember When, John, and it is very often turned into Remember some old friends that unfortunately aren't with us anymore.
Last week I had a friend, Mike Brumley from Warren, Arkansas. Mike passed away. I've heard several details about it. I know he had a heart attack and had been in the hospital and died in a car accident after he got out of the hospital. That's really all I know. The details are kind of sketchy about it, but Mike was a lifelong friend, probably the best friend of Dr. McFarland that used to be here, that urologist here, good friend, great musician. Doc died about 8 or 9 years ago. And Mike was his best friend and guitar player, and they grew up together, went to school in Warren together. And Mike, a part of him passed away. His daughter got killed around that time in a car accident, and that with his daughter and grandchild. And with that, and Dr. McFarland dying, Mike just lost a lot of the sparkle in his eyes, you know. But he was a big man. And I met him in 1984, the Swamp Rider Motorcycle Club. Before they had a clubhouse, they used to have their annual party at different places every year. And the summer of 84 and 85, we had it at Chittister on the river, the Little Missouri River, what we call Buss's Ferry. And this big man come riding in on a yellow panhead Harley Davidson with a beautiful, young, skinny, long, blonde-haired girl on the back. And a guitar, a Fender guitar, bungee corded to the sissy bar, and long hair and a big old thick beard, and you know, a few people there knew him. I didn't know him, but he got off and mingled around. Now we was down in the river bottoms, and he had a beautiful yellow panhead, but it was always on Father's Day weekend, and it always seems to rain, and you know it was muddy. And he come sliding up through that mud on that panhead and got off and made his way to the stage. They had a great big military generator sitting about 100 yards away with a shed built around it, you know, to muffle the sound. And Mike Brumley plugged in that Fender Stratocaster guitar and became an instant hero of mine. The man was a prodigy on the guitar. And it's one of those cases that you often hear, you know, he could have made it big if. But he didn't care about making it big. He liked to ride his motorcycle and play his guitar and do his recreational things, you know. But he worked out at NTS when Denise was out there. And, you know, we just had so much fun interacting there for about a year or so. And he had came up and played at a party at White Oak Bell while White Oak Bell was still up there. It was the Iron Eagle Saloon then, the Hog Wild Saloon. I'm sorry.
There you go.
And he had played up there at a party and came spent the night with us. And the next morning, Denise got up and made pancakes. And 1 and 2 and 4 and 8 didn't work. He ate 12 pancakes.
Wow.
The size of a plate.
Yep.
And used up 2 containers of syrup. But Mike had a tremendous appetite for life, a tremendous appetite for living and enjoying himself and making people around him happy. And like I said, you know, he lost his daughter and his grandchild in a car accident, and Dr. McFarland had passed away, and he just lost that spark. But he is back with Dr. McFarland, I'm sure, right now, and they are jamming out. But he was a great man, a great friend, great guitar player, and I'm going to miss him.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's another one of those memories that, like we always say, kind of bless and burn all at the same time. That's going to wrap up Remember When with Uncle John here for today. But we do want to thank these sponsors that have been with us through this 5-6 run that we've had with Remember When with Uncle John on Y95, including Sherwin-Williams House Paint. Been with us pretty much right from the start. 836-8125 will get you Sherwin-Williams House Paint. Talk to Greg Bradshaw. He'll point you in the right direction, or him and one of his great crew members will have you all set up for any of your interior or exterior house painting needs.
And we got Shopper's Guide, 836-3022. Give JJ a call for all your printing needs. And ProMed Ambulance, 1-800-634-0436. Give them a call and get signed up.
Well, I guess we'll see you tomorrow, John.
See you tomorrow, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.